Welcome to 5 Minutes with Robert Adams, where I share my findings from the Bible about the end time, and especially that which concerns the return of Jesus. This is episode 12. The book of Revelation contains certain signs that tell us about what will happen in the end time. At one point we read, "A great and wondrous sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head." We find this symbolism also in the book of Genesis, where we read about Joseph's dream. Here it says that in his dream he saw the sun and moon and 11 stars bowing down to him. Jacob, his father, rebuked him and said, "What is this dream you had? Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow down to the ground before you?" Jacob obviously understood the dream. The sun was Jacob, the moon portrayed Joseph's mother, and the 11 stars represented Joseph's 11 brothers. We can connect the 12th star in the Revelation to Joseph himself. God gave Jacob a new name, Israel, and his sons were the origin of the 12 tribes of Israel. With this background in view, we can be sure that the woman in the Revelation is associated with the people of Israel. The mention of the archangel Michael in the same passage in the Revelation supports this. The same archangel is mentioned in the book of Daniel, where we read the phrase, "Michael, the great prince who protects your people." The expression "your people" refers to the prophet Daniel's people, which are the people of Israel. After the mention of Michael in the book of Daniel, the text says, "And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that time. This is the time of the Great Tribulation." At the beginning of the Great Tribulation, the woman will seek refuge. We read in the Revelation, "The woman fled into the desert to a place prepared for her by God, where she might be taken care of for 1,260 days. This period equals 3.5 years, which is the length of the Great Tribulation. We find the reason the woman has to flee into the desert later in the narrative in the Revelation, where it says, "When the dragon, that is Satan, had been hurled to the earth, he pursued the woman who had given birth to the male child. The woman was given the 2 wings of a great eagle, so that she might fly to the place prepared for her in the desert, where she would be taken care of." In another end-time prophecy in the book of Daniel, we read of the Antichrist, "He will also invade the beautiful land." Satan will instigate the Antichrist to enter the land of Israel and desecrate the rebuilt temple in Jerusalem. When Christ's followers see this abomination of desolation happen, Jesus said, "Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains." He also said to his followers, "And pray that your flights may not be in winter or on the Sabbath, for then there will be great tribulation." It appears, therefore, the woman symbolizes end-time followers of Jesus in Israel, that is, in the area of ancient Judea, who flee for safety at the start of the Great Tribulation. God is going to protect a believing remnant from Israel in a place prepared for her in the desert, as stated in the Revelation. So where will this be? The continuation of the narrative in the book of Daniel says, "Many countries will fall, but Edom, Moab, and the leaders of Ammon will be delivered from his hand." God is going to make sure the Antichrist will not lay hold of the 3 biblical lands mentioned that comprise parts of the country of Jordan today. It is therefore probable that the place of refuge will be somewhere in Jordan. According to the Apostle John, the contingent of believers from Israel who find their way to the place of refuge will receive God's provision for all that is necessary for their survival in the course of the Great Tribulation. What you've just heard is based on an excerpt of a book I've written called The Approaching Apocalypse. You can get information about this book from my website, lastdaysdetective.com. Thank you for listening.